And it's our FS1 colleague, the Count himself, Michael Bisping, is here, getting ready for his big title shot, UFC 199. This is crazy, man. You've been waiting a decade, nearly a decade for a title shot. Do you feel like, are you disappointed you only get the 2 weeks to prepare for it?
Mixed emotions. Right now, I'm completely fine with it. But when I first found out, I was actually walking into a gym to go lift some weights, just, just a little casual workout, and my phone started going insane, and then I found out I was fighting for the title, and I was like, whoa, crap, never mind the weights, let's go run. I need to get some conditioning.
So I went, took off from the gym.
Literally, I threw my backpack on, I ran out the gym, and I started flying through the streets of Toronto. I nearly got run over about 5 times. Seriously, I'm not joking. People were honking their horns. I'm like, oh my God, I'm fighting for the title in 2 weeks. And I was running, and I was thinking, I don't believe this. This is just my luck. I've wanted this for so long, and I've got it on 2 weeks' notice. And then by the time I'd finished my run, I just ran and ran and ran. I think it was about 5 or 6 miles I did. And then when I got back, I was at peace with everything. I was good. I went and hit pads that night, and I was like, oh, my conditioning's actually pretty good. And then the next day, the weight just started falling off me. It's amazing. I talked about this a little bit on social media. I've never been a deep person, but mind over matter really must exist, because I was 213 pounds, and I would say I was out of shape, and then almost overnight, the weight fell off me, and I was performing in the gym like I'd done a full camp.
So it was just immediate change of diet and all that?
I think it was more mindset. Because it's there. I've done this. I've been in the UFC for a decade. I've done martial arts my entire life. I just beat Anderson Silva not that long ago. So it's in there. But you think, oh, I'm a little bit out of shape now, or I'm a little bit heavy. Of course, with the diet, you're eating salty foods. You may be having a couple of cheeky little beers here and there. It's all bloat. So once you cleanse the system, the weight drops off. And listen, we've got to kick. Simple as that.
Yeah.
You can't. Well, let's do this.
About it, right? You said it. You have 2 weeks. You don't really have time to overthink things. You got to drink 4 jugs of water a day. Like that. Now, you were telling us this. You're trying to drink 4 jugs like that a day.
I'm failing to drink 4. I'm trying. 3 is what I'm getting through. 3 gallons of distilled water a day, flushing out the system, getting rid of all the sodium and things like that to help with the weight cut. The whole time from when I found out to the fight is 2.5 weeks. And I've fit a lot of training into that. I really have, and I feel like I've had a full camp. In fact, I feel better, because generally, when I do a full camp, I do 8 weeks, and it means so much to me. My fighting really does. So I push myself harder than anyone I've ever met. And by the end of that 8 weeks, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I've lost muscle. I've lost strength. Now I feel explosive. I still feel like I do at the start of camp, but my cardio's there, my weight is good, and I feel strong.
Now, I'm going to quote you here, because on UFC Tonight last week, you said that Luke Rockhold was the big swinging and all the pressure was on him. Do you like him as a human?
You know what, to be honest, if you had asked me that 2 years ago when I fought him, I'd have said Luke Rockhold is this and that. You just said swinging. What is the language on here? What are we saying?
Oh, you can say anything.
Everyone. You'd have asked me 2 years ago, and I said, that guy.
Right.
I can't stand him. He's a piece of he's this, that, and all the rest of it. But I couldn't care less about him. Honestly, I'm indifferent. I've learned, I've matured a lot since then, and I wish ill will on anybody. This is about me. This isn't about Luke Rockhold. This is about me fulfilling a dream and reaching my destiny, because I really do believe it's that. He's a gobshite. He's an arrogant, smug bastard.
What was the first? A gobshag?
A gobshite.
Gobshite.
Can you talk out of his mouth from his gob? He's a gobshite.
Gobshite. You posted an amazing picture, Michael, on Instagram Tuesday that says, "I'm going to go back to that animalistic fighting style, which I have inside me. Luke Rockhold better be ready." What fighting spirit animal is inside of you?
When I started professional fighting, I used to take everybody out, and I'd take them out in the first round. 30, 40 seconds is all that people would last. And of course, now I'm fighting the best people in the world. The competition's a lot tougher. And I've maybe approached it a little too tactical, a little too strategic, and thinking about technique and things like that. Well, screw that. I'm not doing that in this fight. I'm going back to what got me here in the first place. If I try and fight a long 5-round fight, he's probably going to have the cardio advantage, let's be honest, So I'm looking to take this guy out in the first round, the second round, whatever it is. I'm going to go forward. I've got to fight my off. I'm going to go forward, close the distance, push him up against the fence. I'm going to look to knock the out. It's as simple as that. I don't about.
Now, you've got a lot of supporters for this upcoming fight. We saw there are a couple who aren't all the way in. Why don't we...
you do surprise me.
Why don't we have a listen to this?
Did you know I'm fighting to be the world champion, Lucas? Yeah. Who wins?
I think because he might be stronger.
He might be stronger?
Yeah.
All right, well, never mind that. Just, there's one champion right now, and that's Luke Rockhold, and I get to fight him. Who's going to win?
I think he because he might be stronger.
You know, you should know better than to ask.
Why do you always say that I'm going to lose? Because you smell. Advantage is Bisping. Make them good.
More cardio, more heart, more power.
Experience.
Better looking.
Of course.
Those are your kids.
They're my
your
kids.
kids.
Can I just say, for the record, he also said that I would lose the Anderson Silva fight.
Ah, okay.
So ignore him completely.
Or that's good luck for you.
Yeah,
for him to say that.
That's Lucas. He's a little. I love him dearly, but he's a little. He doesn't listen to a word I say. He winds me up. The first two kids take after the mother. Never had to discipline them once. He is just like me. He's a little. And I'm terrified. The future scares me with this guy. It really does.
But
He could be a future champion, though. That's the
He
thing.
he could be found dead in a dumpster as well. The way I'm telling you, he's horrible. He's horrible.
If you win...
Love you, Lucas. I'm kidding, of course.
Okay, we got to do 2 envelopes. This is our popular segment where we've told the Twitter world that you were going to be on the show, Michael Bisping, and they sent one question.
One question.
Twitter.
That's it. That's all you got from Twitter.
Well, we picked
the
one.
best.
I'm going to say you need more followers.
Yeah, that's true. We probably do. And then we also have a question from Bobby Diaz over here,
Bobby D.
who you know. So you can either take Bobby's question or you can take the Twitter
I
question.
kind of want them both.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to pick.
one. Yeah.
Oh, let's go Twitter.
Okay. All right. I like that. Sorry, Bobby. This one's from Lardar682. Here we go. The question is, does Dan have more than Jacare Souza?
Is it asking the size of my...
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. I was going to save this. I'm going to give you a headline
Michael
right
does
now.
not know the size of my...
I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't know the size of your. Here, let me see your hands. They're pretty small.
Yes. I don't have Trump hands.
I'm going to give you breaking news right now regarding the size of Jacare's. Okay, I said that maybe because he said he was having knee surgery, and he turned the fight down. I said, sounds like he's having his realigned because he's a. But turns out it wasn't Jacare that turned the fight down. It was Luke Rockhold that turned the fight down. Oh. So he's the real.
So there you go.
You're bigger than Luke Rockhold's at least.
Perfect.
There we go. That's all I needed.
Dan's are bigger than Luke Rockhold. Very nice guy.
To Dan's.
To Dan's. Yay! We're gonna right. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Cheers, appreciate it.
We're gonna take a break. We're gonna check Dan's. We'll be back after this.